Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Geographically Inclined YouTube channel. As I mentioned at the end of my last video, our challenge today is naming 100 seas of the world, although technically a lot of these are not seas, they're gonna be like gulfs or straits or bays, just in general sort of bodies of water around the world. I know I tend to focus primarily on cities and states and whatnot, sort of all like the land features of geography, but ever since I was a kid, the seas have really interested me, and just in general, the sort of bodies of water. Especially up here, zoom in right here, the Sea of Okhotsk, uh, really started fascinating me probably earlier this year. I don't know why. So I've been watching quite a few videos about that one. Point is, I've been meaning to get to know these for a while, and I think now is a good time to actually, demonstrate that I have that knowledge now. You got the oceans, which are obvious, and then a different mix of seas, gulfs, and then straits, channels, bays, and then a couple oddballs right here. Okay, let's give this a shot. We're going to start off first with the Chukchi Sea up north. Get the Arctic Ocean. Actually, we're just going to get all the oceans out of the way. It feels like we should just do that now. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and I already got Arctic. I don't know what the current status of the Southern Ocean is. Like, I don't know if that's widely accepted to be an ocean, but I grew up considering the Southern Ocean to be an ocean, but it's not on this map. Which I found interesting. Anyways, moving on. We have the Bering Sea, and then we have the Gulf of Alaska, and then up north we have Beaufort Sea, and then north, that's going to give us the North Sea over here in Europe. What I meant to type in was Northwestern Passages up there in Canada. Then we have the Baffin Bay, the Davis Strait, and then the Labrador Sea. And then we have the Hudson Bay. And then over here by Labrador we have St. Lawrence, and then the Bay of Fundy, and then the Gulf of Maine. And then we have the Salish Sea, which is weird. I don't know. It's interesting that they consider this a sea. The body of water separating Vancouver Island from the rest of Canada and Washington State, of course. But they consider this an entire sea. I would think they'd call it like a strait or something, but no, it's an entire sea. And then down here we have San Francisco Bay, of course. Gulf of California. Gulf. I don't need to type out that. Okay, Gulf of Mexico. And then Caribbean. And then Gulf of Panama down there by the Panama Canal, of course. And then this is I think this is an estuary, a Rio de la Plata. I don't even really know what an estuary is, so maybe I should probably look that up. It might do me some good. Anyways, back up here by Greenland, Greenland Sea, Norwegian Sea, and then down by Spain, Alboran Sea, and then Balearic. Hold on. Balearic Sea, Mediterranean, and then we have the Ligurian and Tyrrhenian seas, and then we have the Adriatic Sea, and then the Ionian Sea, and the Aegean Sea in Greece. Now going back up towards France, we have the Bay of Biscay, the Celtic Sea, and the Irish Sea, and the English Channel. And then we already got the North Sea because that's right there. So these two straits in Denmark are Skagerrak and Kattegat. And then this is the Baltic Sea, and then this is the Gulf of Bothnia. and that is the Gulf of Finland and the Gulf of Riga. Black Sea, Sea of Azov. Okay, we can get these. Barents Sea is going to be up here. White Sea, Pechora Sea, Kara Sea, Laptev Sea, and that is going to give us, what is this? That's going to give us the Sea of Japan, because I'm pretty sure, I think it's called East Korean Sea or East China something like that. I think it's East Korean Sea. But that autocorrects to Sea of Japan and just automatically gives me it, so it is what it is. As I was going for East Siberian Sea, which is going to be up there, and then we are going to get the Caspian Sea. I also forgot the Sea of Marmara, which is right here in between Turkey, the Black Sea, and the Aegean Sea. So that's easy enough. Suez, over there by Egypt. Gulf of Guinea in Africa. Mozambique Strait Channel. Mozambique Channel, that's what that's called. Red Sea. And then Gulf of Aden. Persian Gulf. Gulf of Oman. Arabian Sea. Laccadive Sea. Bay of Bengal. Andaman Sea. Gulf of Thailand. Gulf of Tonkin. Strait of Malacca. And then South China Sea. That is East China? Okay, which means this has got to be like the East Korean Sea, which makes sense. Yellow Sea. Sea of Okhotsk, as I mentioned earlier. And then this up here is going to be the Gulf of Nader. Okay, moving back south. Philippine Sea. Okay, here's where things might get dicey, because for some reason there's like 30 different seas in and around Indonesia. I'm not really sure why, but they certainly like their seas. Okay, Sulu, Celebes, Molucca, Halmahera, Suram, Banda, Flores, Java, Strait of Makassar, Gulf of Tomini, and Gulf of Bani, and then Sea of Savu down here, Timor Sea, Arafura Sea, and then the Gulf of Carpentaria, and then the Bismarck Sea, Solomon Sea, I can zoom back out now, Coral Sea, Tasman Sea, Great Australian Bight, Bass Strait, Cook Strait. Okay, I'm missing something somewhere. Where am I missing? I'm missing the Tokyo Bay. That's one. Oh, I'm missing the Gulf of Akaba. Beautiful. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Honestly, everything I've been doing past the Greenland video obviously has been like super easy. Like it takes me maybe a couple hours at most to memorize like the top 100 cities in Indiana. It's not difficult. So, my plan for after this is I found a Jetpunk quiz for 100 of the world's longest rivers, which I'm going to do because rivers are also, some sort of physical water formation that I don't know too much about, and I should. Um, because you can ask me what the capital of Andorra is, and I'll know that, but you'll ask me, like, what's the third largest river in North America, and I'll be scratching my head like an idiot. So hopefully the plan is I'm going to put an end to that, start figuring out a little bit more about rivers. Um, but following the rivers, after that, what I'm planning on doing is doing something a bit more difficult, because honestly, it's kind of getting kind of monotonous. I'm learning new stuff, but like it's just I'm getting it done so quickly. I need a challenge. That's what I need. I don't know what that challenge is going to be yet. I also have a plan further down the line to do every single registered city in Michigan in city. What is it called? City Quiz, the City Quiz database. That's not going to be just cities, of course. It's going to be every single settlement. According to City Quiz, there's about 700, but I think it's about time I do that because I live in Michigan and I love Michigan and I would like to take my knowledge of the state to the next level. But I guess only time will tell whether I actually approach that or not. But to be fair, I do probably already know about like maybe 400, maybe that's a little bit on the high side. I'm not really sure. Yeah, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.